run it back.
It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up, we'll see Mac Jones. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Huskies and the Wizards, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Orlando Wizards taking on the Huskies of Chicago. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Orlando club, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Jones wants to throw to start things out here. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's good. 4 on first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Jones. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing Jones. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. Touchdown! Brevin Jordan, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Huskies will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The returner, DJ Chark. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Brissett. A short one here, caught by McBride. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Here's Hill on the return. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So you look at this new situation. It's worked in other places. You've got 2 teams in L.A. Until recently, we had 2 out in the Bay Area. Of course, 2 in the New York area. And now 2 teams calling Chicago home. And if these fans here are any indication, this city is ready to embrace this newly relocated team. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time. Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. 2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago. And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 in his. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose? It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Meanwhile, Jones' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. Off play action. Jones. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Orlando takes back over on offense. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. On the return is Williams. The Chicago offense set to get started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Complete, it's Dotson. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. After 1, it's 9-0. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Jake Bailey now. This is taken at the 15. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Orlando takes back over on offense. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 25-yard line.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Brissett. Pressure comes and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Gets past 1 man. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Jones. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. After that play, we're going to get a pause here, an injured player, and that's the tight end, Zach Ertz, in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Jones on 1st and 10. And he fires one incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run here with Hubbard. At a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to...
Touchdown! A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Huskies are able to stretch out their lead. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Orlando takes back over on offense. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Brissett. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
He's up to 70 yards now in this first half receiving as he's got a 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. DJ Jones forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Jones throw complete to Dotson.
Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Jones got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Huskies are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Orlando takes back over on offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. This pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
Orlando takes back over on offense.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this returnable for Hill. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Orlando takes back over on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Little out route here, complete to Shepard. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, it's Brissett. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Here's Brissett. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10.
Marcus Williams on the coverage.
Now Brissett. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Brissett. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown. Trey McBride in the final seconds of the first half. And the Wizards are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up the coast on Chesapeake Bay in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And it's the Golden Eagles who are out in front. Amari Cooper, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. Aaron Jones, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. We saw a strong first half of play from quarterback Mac Jones. He threw a first quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. For this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit. I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Brissett sets to throw it. And he cuts up the football near his own goal line. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because when the defense got it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense, sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Hill going to go in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
Oh, what a move.
On this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Number 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. All the option left, it's Jones.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short, And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Orlando takes back over on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll get this to the 32. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Here's Hill on the return. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. The Chicago offense set to get started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And going deep for Hill. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Another run for Gibbs here. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
First down, Wizards.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Brissett, and he will find his man Samuel. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play fake, Brissett. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on first and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. To throw, Brissett. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. It's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's... And it's caught. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel from 13 yards out. And the Wizards are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. That time a 9-play drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Jones gets this one to Hill. And he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard to about the 26 here.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Zach Ertz from 8 yards out. And the Huskies are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific.
If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Orlando takes back over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Brissett now on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. This offense so far on third down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. A first down throw for Brissett. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll throw again. Brissett. That's Samuel. Caught left side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. This will be caught at Samuel. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Brissett's throw taken in by Chark.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Gibbs.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Brissett. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Trey McBride with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Wizards have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Well, 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Throwing Jones. He's got his target, and it's a fumble. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football, so this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Chark set to return it.
Kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Chicago, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Orlando, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.